Good afternoon, Natik. Good afternoon, Pranit.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Prabha. All set and prepared for tomorrow, or like for day after tomorrow? All prepared?
Ma'am, 2 revisions done and 3 I'll do today. Total 5.
Well done. So tomorrow.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Okay, so any confusions, anything you wanna ask, any doubts you are ready with? All set, all clear. And by the way, this is your last day in the class. So I request you all to keep your video. At least let me see you all. Right? Pranit Kansal is saying, no, ma'am, this is not in my mind. This is something which I cannot do. Thank you so much, Pranit.
Understand why he's so ashamed about his haircuts.
Avira, Shreyansh, Prakhar, Rachit, everybody will keep the videos on.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Arshia. Keep your videos on, everyone.
Today my camera is not working.
Wow.
I don't know what happens with it. I have tried so many times.
Children, at least you can keep your video.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Rishit. Keep your video on. Yes, Pranavi.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask in page number 158, guess the picture one. Name the different varieties of instrument that are common use for mobile
Different varieties of instruments. You can write about the different kinds of mobile phones we have today. The touch one, the keypad one. That's all you can write, because nothing much can be added to that. If they are written about different means of communication, then we would have given them a variety of it, right?
Okay. Okay.
Kids, you're way too much.
Excuse me, ma'am.
3 out of 13. 4. 3 out of 13.
And what?
I have said everybody has to keep the videos on. Yes, Pranavi.
Ma'am, in page number 166, there is a applied the guess the picture one. What is the farm where sugarcane crop is grown?
Plantations. We call them sugarcane plantations.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Hello, Rishabh. Thank you so much for keeping your video on, sir. I am honored. Thank you. Yes, Hassan. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in history. Ma'am, there is a sentence that the first major expansion was at the cost of the Chotia kingdom, which was annexed in 1522. Ma'am, what's the meaning of at the cost of?
At the cost of here means that they have to let that kingdom go, right? That kingdom, they had to sacrifice it, right? At the cost of its sacrifice, they could expand it, right? For example, right now, Russia is expanding its empire at the cost of Ukraine, right? They are they're doing what they're like at the cost of the people of Ukraine, right? The innocent people who are nowhere at fault, right? They are being killed, they are being attacked, and many Indian students are also stuck there.
Ma'am, 16,000.
You know what? There's a friend of mine whose sister is in Ukraine. She is in a bunker from yesterday and she's crying like anything. So this is the condition there. The children are literally suffering there. So that is what we mean by at the cost of, right? Yes, Hassan?
Ma'am, I have one more doubt. Ma'am, it is written that because of the presentation of tribes, it affected the culture of the tribes. So, ma'am, did the tribes started following the Varna system because they lived with the settled communities?
They did not follow the Varna system completely, but yes, their culture has been destroyed, and now they're living with the settled communities. For example, if tribal peoples are living in our colony, in our area, and they are following the rituals which they used to follow in the forest, like doing the bali sacrifices they used to do, killing people, mass gatherings. Now they cannot do that because people will find them weird, maybe. Because of all these things, gradually, over a long period of time, they stop doing all that. Okay.
Ma'am, so they didn't did any rituals.
They did rituals, but they did not do the rituals as grandly as they used to do back in those days. And gradually, the rituals died somewhere. You can say they started adopting the rituals of the society and the community they were living in. Right? Okay. Yes, Arshia has something to say. One by one, Hassan.
Ma'am, the picture questions which are there in book, one of them can come, or you can give other
One of
other
them
pictures.
from the book itself. The picture-based questions will come from the book itself. Right?
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, I already asked it, but I forgot. May you tell the meaning of the sentence? Page number 57. It's in Chishti Silsila. They treated the rich and poor alike and adopted an attitude of religious tolerance towards the non-Muslim population of
See,
India.
now they are like, since we know that these Sufis, the Sufis of Chishti Silsila, they were Muslim heads, right? Okay. But it was
Yes,
not
ma'am.
like that in these silsilas or in these khankas. It was not like that they only allowed, or they only treated well, or they only, you can say invited the Muslims. No. Along with the Muslims, they also invited and treated the non-Muslims as well. That's what we call as religious tolerance, right? They allowed everybody to come in, they allowed everybody to preach there, right? This is what we known as religious tolerance. They did not differentiate on the people on the basis of their religion. No, everybody was welcome there, whether if the person is a Muslim, a Hindu, a Christian, and so on, right? Got it?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, one last question. Ma'am, in geography chapter 7, ma'am, in the tropical grasslands, may you tell what like savanna are called in which areas? Because I wrote it somewhere, but I'm not able to find it.
Just a minute, children. For this, I would request you to open page number 149. Open page number 149. Got it, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
On page
ma'am.
number
Yes, ma'am.
149, on the very top, with the very first paragraph, you can find that the tropical grasslands are known in Africa. The tropical grasslands are known as savanna, right? So you can write somewhere South Africa, savanna. Okay. And they are in South America, they are known as llanos in Venezuela and campos in Brazilian highlands. So South America, you can write Venezuela, llanos, and Brazilian highlands, campos. Right? Got it? Shall I write it on the screen?
Venezuela,
Shall I write
ma'am,
it on the screen?
Llanos in Venezuela.
Shall I write it on the screen? You want me to?
Yes, no. Written.
I'll write it down for you. Okay? See how can you write it? I don't know why this is hanging way too much today. What is it? Yeah. So first we will begin with Africa. What are they known as in Africa? They are known as savanna.
Savanna.
Savannah.
Savannah.
Savanna.
I think it was
It was
Next is
Hindi.
South America.
Lanos.
Ma'am, Lanos.
How do you Alanos? Alanos.
Alanos.
Lanos.
Hmm. South America, they are known as Llanos in Venezuela.
And Campos in Brazilian
Campos
Highlands.
in Brazilian Highlands.
Right. So in South America, we have two areas. One area is Venezuela.
Venezuela and Brazilian Highlands.
The next area is Brazilian Highlands. So in Venezuela, what are they known as?
Lanos.
Llanos.
Llanos.
Campos in Brazilian.
Campos in Brazilian.
And Campas. Campos and
Campos.
Campos. Right, done. This much done. Next, what do we have? After South America, we have. Then we'll come to the temperate grasslands known as prairies in North America.
Pampas in South America, steppes in Eurasia, veld in South Africa, dons in Australia.
Yep.
Right, North America, they are known as prairies. Then what do we have? South America, they are known as
Pampas.
Pampas.
next. What do we have? Steppe Eurasia.
Steppes in Eurasia.
Steps in Eurasia.
Next, what do we have? South
Veld
Africa.
in South Africa.
South Africa, well.
Ma'am, could you please tell what we are doing?
Next,
I
we
was
have
disconnected.
Australia.
Dons.
Come down.
Down. Dons.
Down or down?
Down.
Whatever you say.
Right? Dons, so we will not say, we can say them downs, but not dons. Right? Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So we can write it like what heading can we
Ma'am,
give
could you
it
please
to?
tell what we are doing? I was
Here, they are
disconnected.
what? They are tropical grasslands. These are right. And the one which are written downwards, they are temperate grasslands.
Temperate grassland.
Temperate.
Right, kids? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No,
Any doubts,
ma'am.
children?
Thank
Sorted, kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall
Yes,
we share
ma'am.
this in the
Thank
group?
you, ma'am.
Do you want me to share this in the group? Right, kids? So just take a picture of it and show it in the group.
May I send it on the group?
If you have a better picture, then you can send. Okay, shall I stop it? Like, sorry, I'm traveling. Okay, I'm going to please check what I was doing. Rishit, you're talking about what these grasslands are known as in which region, right?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, shall I stop the sharing?
Ma'am, I have
Yes,
sent.
Thank you. Okay, so let's stop it. Yes, now you tell me any other doubts anyone is having?
no, ma'am. No doubt.
No
Ma'am.
doubts?
Ma'am, I have one.
Even I have a doubt.
I also have.
Who's not doing a class today? Okay. Yes. So no other doubts you have shared in the group. I cannot see it. Yeah, thank you, Rachit. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, Prakhar. Okay. Yes. No doubts. All sorted.
Ma'am, why do you
Ma'am,
think
Yes,
there are
ma'am.
so many hands raised?
Yes, Hassan. I couldn't
Ma'am,
see. Sorry.
I have a doubt then what is the meaning of absence of definite law of succession?
Absence of
Definite law of succession.
definite law of succession. There was no law of succession like, okay, if after I die, my eldest son only will be my successor. No. Any of my son or any of my son or daughter can be my successor. Whosoever is the most powerful. There was no law as such, like, no, after the death of the king, only the eldest son of the king is going to become the successor. Right? Yes, Pranavi.
Ma'am, it's again the picture one in history, page number 78.
Yes.
What is
Which
the name
monument
of
is
the
it?
monument?
Does
Yes,
anyone
ma'am.
know?
Ma'am,
Page number 78, kids. Which monument is it?
Ma'am, is it in chapter 10?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Ma'am, then it's Jantar Mantar.
It's Jantar Mantar. Where is it located?
Jaipur, I guess.
Jaipur. This is the Jaipur one, right? Who built it and when?
Savai Raja Jai
Savai
Singh.
Raja Jai
Ma'am,
Singh,
Savai Raja Jai Singh in 1729.
1729. Right? Good. Got it, Pranavi?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. All doubts clear, Pranavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Riya. Now your turn.
Ma'am, even I have a picture question. In page 51,
Okay.
what temple is this? I'm not sure.
Page 51. Oh, we have
Yes.
done this in the class.
It's Jagannath Temple, I think.
Jagannath Temple.
Ma'am,
Jagannath temple.
It's
I'm in
stated as
Puri in
a
Odisha.
Jagannath temple. Jagannath temple
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Puri.
State.
Ma'am, in Odisha.
Puri,
And ma'am,
Odisha.
I have another
Puri,
question
Odisha.
related to the maps.
Wait a
So-
minute. Wait a minute. What is the architectural style of this temple?
Kalinga architecture. Kalinga architecture.
Okay, anyone else?
Ma'am, actually, I have written a hole in my book, and at this moment, I am traveling, so I can't tell.
It's okay. But what are you traveling with? You're not getting any disturbances, any sounds of traveling. Huh? Rachit?
Ma'am, my car stopped at a moment, and my mother and father are gone
Okay.
somewhere.
No, I was wondering which silent vehicle he is traveling with. Soundproof vehicle or whatever it is.
Electric car.
Tesla.
Soundproof.
Tesla.
And
maybe.
yes, ma'am.
Noise cancellation.
So, yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, Priya.
So, ma'am, in 164, this is a map question. Would you ask us to locate where the basin is? Like if we take,
Yes.
so
I have given this
would
as
we need
well.
would we need a map for of South America?
No,
if we
we
have
just
to
need to be
locate?
ready with 2 maps tomorrow. Be ready with the physical map of India and the physical map of the world, right?
Ma'am,
I
I
have
have
Okay,
whole
two
book of.
questions. Any one of these can
Uh,
come.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Alright.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I have map of South America also.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Yashya. We do not need.
I did it in the fifth.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, Ria. Ria's doubts are cleared. Yes, Hassan is having more doubts. We'll come to Hassan later. First, Dhairya. Yes, Dhairya.
Ma'am, on page number 58, ma'am, I want to ask that Vaishnava Bhakti, ma'am, they believed in which god?
Vaishnavas
Page
believed
58.
in Lord
Ma'am, Vishnu.
Vishnu.
Krish.
Vaishnavas से Vishnu
And
नाम
ma'am,
रखा
it's the incarnations.
है. Yes.
And ma'am, Narayana and Alvar.
See, Alvars were the saints. Alvars believed in. Alvars prayed for. Nayanas were for. I think Nayanas is also Narayan. Vishnu is also known as Narayan. So Nayanas were also the preachers of Lord Vishnu, and Alvars were the preachers of Lord Shiva. Now Rachit is like, ma'am, I'm saying the right thing. I tried
Rachit
to
is
read it
giving us
for
clues.
you. I'm in the car. I'm
Yes,
driving.
ma'am.
It's okay, Rachit. I believe you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Just this much.
Yeah. Done? There, Parijan. Satvik Gupta 7C.
Yeah. So page 52 case study.
Yes, Satvik. Page 52
The
case.
first major expansion was at the cost of the kingdom. Ma'am, I can't understand this line.
What's the?
The
I also
first
asked
major
this.
expansion was at the cost of the kingdom.
Very good.
I can't understand this line, ma'am.
So what this is about, they had to sacrifice this kingdom in order to, they had to let this kingdom go. This kingdom need to be annexed, or this kingdom need to be lost, or whatever happened. The expansion happened at the cost of this kingdom, right? This kingdom was annexed by, like they had to just let this kingdom go, and so that they can expand, they can keep on expanding to further areas. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Hassan, back to you.
I'm like it is in the chapter that Aurangzeb could not control so much vast empire of Mughals, so it declined. So, ma'am, could he not appoint ministers like a finance minister or
Beta,
agriculture?
having the mind to realize that you are not able to control these things, and see, he was not able to control. That is what he did. No, that is why he appointed several. What do we call these people? Mansab Das kind of people at several places who were taking care of that entire area. But then those people became so powerful, and they realized that oh, Aurangzeb is nothing in front of us. That is why they asserted their own independence, right? That's why they separated themselves from that. So he did that. He tried to manage the kingdom in this manner. He appointed people at several places, but then he did not keep a check on their power. He gave them so much power that they become so powerful that they asserted their own independence. Right? Yes, Arsha.
Ma'am, in that blue box only, ma'am, it is written the absence of any definite law of succession was another important factor. The war of succession with his brother, ma'am, who is his in this.
Where beta?
Ma'am, that page 73, blue box, second paragraph, fourth
Page
line.
73, blue box, second paragraph. His brother Dara Shah. Aurangzeb. His here is Aurangzeb.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else?
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Yes, guys. Anything else? Yes, Hassan. You still have your.
Ma'am, who was Alam II? Ma'am, whom the Aurangzeb declared the emperor?
Shah
He
Alam.
was a Mughal emperor.
And he was also Mughal emperor.
Ma'am, like what was his background?
Background doesn't.
I'm like, oh, he was his son or what?
Not son or somewhat. He was also part of, like you can say, he was, I think Shah Alam too was there in this
Ma'am,
area
Alamgir's
called,
son.
yes, and he was in this area. He was a ruler of, I think, the Awadh kingdom somewhere. Shah Alam has a major role to play in the Battle of Plassey and all as well, which we'll be reading in the next classes. Okay.
One last question I have.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, many times it is mentioned in the history that Kohinoor was stolen. So, ma'am, I want to ask I ask a question that how the Kohinoor was stolen so easily? Was
Not
there
so
no
easily,
not
not so
any type?
easily. See, I'll tell you, not so easily. The thing is that at that point of time when battles used to take place, and after a kingdom has lost the battle, right? The kingdom has lost the battle, the kingdom has been annexed by the person who was their enemy, right? Now your enemy has the direct access to all of the resources. That is how they have taken charge as like the special peacock throne and Tipu Sultan's sword, it is, right? Famous sword of Tipu Sultan. It was sword only, no? Have you heard of it? Tipu
Yes,
Sultan.
ma'am.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
read in GK.
Right? It was like that is how the Britishers have taken all these things from India, and in the same manner, the Kohinoor diamond has also been taken.
Is that peacock jewel and peacock throne
Now
is
I think we
back
have
in
got
India?
it back. Peacock, well, like whether it's a dummy of it or something like that, I think we have got it back. It was in
Yes,
like
ma'am.
in
We have
one of
got
the
it back.
invasions. Maybe got it back. It was not taken by the Britishers. The Peacock throne was taken by the invaders like Nadir Shah and all. These invaders.
Yes, ma'am. It was taken by Nadir Shah.
Yeah. Yes, Rachit.
Ma'am, in chapter 8 of history, religious ideas in medieval period, ma'am, there is a timeline given and it is mentioned birth and death of Kabir, and in the case study, in the Kabir Das case study, it is written the timeline, ma'am. So it is the after the death of Kabir time period.
I did not get it. Sorry, what did you say?
Ma'am, in chapter 8 of history, and there timeline is given in which it is mentioned the birth and death of Kabir,
It
and
should
ma'am
be
on the
40.
case
I think, yeah, like they have written 1448 to 14.
yes ma'am, so it's the time period after his
When
death.
we was about to dead.
What, beta? I think it was after his death because maybe they are talking about the
Okay,
Kabir
ma'am.
Bhattis and all because he died in 1448. So I think there's a typo or something, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, because birth of Kabir is in 1938. I think it is after his death. This period there which they are talked about here, right? Like after his death only, no, it was like his teachings have been passed on from generations to generations. Anything else, kids?
Ma'am, you said that instead of writing this, you can write denies. Ma'am, may you tell the spelling of that again?
What, beta?
Ma'am, when we were writing about the Kabir Das and others, ma'am, when instead of writing that, you said a word, denies. Ma'am, may you tell the spelling of that?
It was
Right.
like demo.
What, I am not getting the word which I think. Which word she's talking about?
Ma'am, like after in the book, page 59.
Ma'am, like you told after
Ma'am,
the
you told
demise
the
of Kabir
alternative
and
word of
Demise.
DEMISE.
DEMISE. Okay. After
Yes,
getting
ma'am.
you can write demise as well. Demise, passed away. Fine.
So, ma'am, that is GEMIS.
DEMISE.
Okay, ma'am.
Right. Now, next question is, kids, like for example, like tomorrow, no, not the question. DEMISE, it is not CE. DEMISE, Hassan. Okay. Any other doubts? Any other thing? Fine. Few tips for tomorrow. Children, as people have been into a habit of typing, many of you at times write words like U only instead of YOU, BCZ instead of BECAUSE, right? The short forms you have started writing in the text notebooks, test books as well. So
WhatsApp
don't do that.
effect.
Hanji Prakhar,
Ma'am, this is the WhatsApp effect.
that's the WhatsApp effect. So just try to avoid having this WhatsApp effect in your examination tomorrow. Be ready 10 minutes before the exam. If the exam is beginning from 8:10, you must be ready with everything sorted by 7:50, right? So that you can get the maximum time. You can make the utilization
Ma'am,
of
what
the
is the
time.
timing of the
I think it's 8 to
examination?
11.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, or 3 hours it will be, no? So that's the time you have. And apart from that, what you can do is, yeah, be ready with all the things you need, right? Scale, pencils, maps. Be ready with the physical map of the world and of India tomorrow. Do not forget to attach the map. Many a times last time people did that ma'am, I forgot to attach the map. Ma'am, I forgot to attach this. Right?
Ma'am,
Yes, Ria.
how many maps would we need? Like
You will
one of
need
each?
one map. You'll need one map, but anyone can come. No, either the world map can come or the India's can come. So just be
Okay.
ready with one physical map of India and one physical map of the world. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Right.
Okay.
Once this thing is done, next is spare 10 minutes, first 10 minutes, okay, to read the paper thoroughly. Do not do the same mistake which you do in the class also. You do not read the questions right. You know the answer, but again, you write the answer wrong. Why? Just because you have not read the question properly. So please read the questions properly before writing the answers. Write the answers nicely as well. For example, if a question is of 3 marks, then write according to 3 marks. No, it doesn't mean that the question of 3 marks and you have just written 3 lines in it. No. If I've asked you to write 3 points, then those 3 points must be elaborated, right? If you have written 3 points, elaborate those 3 points as well. Learn to write, right? Yes, Arshia?
Like if there's a question, long question of 5 or 3 marks, somewhat like that. So can we write in points, like 1
You
point for
can
1
write
mark?
in points, but just try to elaborate your points a bit as well. No, it doesn't mean for the sake of saying like, okay, ma'am, we have written in points. Many times children do what? They just write half a line and they consider it a point. That's not it. You need to write it. If you want the
Okay, ma'am.
marks, you need to write properly. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Next is do the
Thank you,
picture-based
ma'am.
questions properly. If you have to make the, if you have to make these, what do we call the flow charts? Make the flow charts nicely with the help of a scale and all very neatly.
And colors?
You can use colors if you have time, right? In case you don't have time, then you can avoid that. Map, like on the map, I'll prefer if you use colors, it will look better, neater. Like yesterday, Rachit and Pranavi have done the map very beautifully, right? So people can also do the map in the same manner, right? And do it very neatly. Even if your handwriting is not good, it's okay. You cannot improve your handwriting in one day, but at least leave spaces after each question so that your answer sheet will look neat. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
This is what we can do, right? And what else? That's it. Write
Excuse
down
me,
the
ma'am.
fill-ups, like if there are fill-ups or true and false, leave one line so that the correction becomes easier, something like that. Yes,
Okay,
Rita?
ma'am. Ma'am, like, will the question for a particular question will come for making flowchart?
Yes, they can come from making flowcharts. Directly can come from as
Okay.
well.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and what else you have to do is like what all things I have said. Writing the thing is done. Make sure while sending the PDF, right? Everything must be meant like just it will be a great help if you rename the PDF by your name as well, right?
Ma'am, I
Rename the
rename
PDF
and
by
write
your
a
name,
Ma'am, we
composer.
do it in every test. We always
right?
rename.
Rename, and
Always rename it. Yes.
after sending the PDF, also frame a message of your with your name, your class and section, roll number, subject line, right? Like frame a message in which you'll write your name, class and section, and roll number, because all the numbers are
Yes,
not
ma'am.
saved with me, no? So at times I'm not able to get okay whose answer sheet is there. So if you have sent that message along with the PDF, it becomes again very easier for the teacher to manage it. Okay, kids, and please try
Ma'am,
to
we can write our name at the starting of the exam.
that is also like the PDF gives an idea of it then. Right. Any other queries, any other confusion? You have to send the answer sheets in the same number you have sent in the previous exam. Okay. Although I'll share the number as well. Right, kids?
We'll send it on WhatsApp.
Yes, you'll
That's
see on
nice.
WhatsApp. Any other doubts? Any other query? The above all
Excuse me, ma'am.
prepared? Yes, Rita.
Ma'am, in page 60, picture question. Ma'am, may you tell the answer of second one? What is its significance?
Its significance is it is one of the it is one of that what we call it, the pilgrimage centers of Sikhs, right? And this is one of the most fascinated gurudwaras by them. It has the biggest Guru Granth Sahib in it. That's its significance. That's
Ma'am.
right in it.
Ma'am,
Yes?
in the
Okay, ma'am.
center of it, there is.
Yeah, in the center of it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you,
Surrounded by
ma'am.
the Guru Nanak Sagar. We call it
Ma'am,
Nanak Sagar.
I want to say one thing.
Yes, Peter.
Ma'am, first time in your period, the attendance has increased. Ma'am, in previous period, there were only 6 students.
Okay. Because tomorrow is your exam of this month. Maybe I
Ma'am,
will-
because
I'm saying
tomorrow is
the
SST
previous
exam, so
period.
I joined.
Tomorrow is history exam. That's even after that, just only 13 kids, 12 kids are there.
Ma'am, I could have joined every class, but due to,
You were traveling.
I am out, so I can't.
Okay. Any other query? Any other doubts? Go through all the exercises, true and false, MCQs, fill-ups, everything thoroughly. Okay, all the things which we have marked. Okay. Yes, Prakriti.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, on page 75, under Rise of Regional Power, 7th line, it's written in Carnatic. Ma'am, so what is meant by Carnatic?
Page 75, where beta?
Ma'am, Rise of Regional Powers in the 7th line.
In Carnatic, on base Carnatic, they for sure southern regions, right? That's what in
Okay.
Carnatic, these are under Churaman and Surjmal and the 6 under Ranjit Singh, right? Carnatic states, no?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, it includes like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, the southern states. Okay, any other thing? Oh, it's your exam tomorrow, but I'm more stressed than you. Do it nicely, do it well. I'll be available on WhatsApp. In case there's anything you want to ask me, anything you're not able to understand, you can ask me anytime. Okay? I'm just a text away. Even during the
Okay,
exam,
ma'am.
I'm available on WhatsApp. So you can do that as well. Okay, you can text me and you can ask if there's any confusion. Although I hope there would not be, but still in case there is, you can ask. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Right. So all the very best, and let's see whether we'll be meeting in class 8 or not. Okay.
Ma'am, we hope for it.
Ma'am, we will meet.
We would
Yes,
be
ma'am.
very fortunate if you would be in next class.
That's quite humble of you to say that. Okay. And shall I ask you true and false in the meantime then? We have still 3 minutes left.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So let's get started. Yeah. The tribes did not usually preserve their culture. Hassan.
False.
Ma'am,
Rachit. Kamal
False.
Khan Kakar was made a Mansabdar by the Mughal Emperor Jahangir.
Ma'am,
False.
false. Ma'am, Akbar.
By Akbar.
Akbar.
Burr.
So Dherapal, the original homeland of the Ahoms was Burma.
Oh.
Hurry up, Dherapal. Dherapal, are you there? Yes, Prakhar.
It was China. False.
China, false. Satvik, Banjaras were settled agriculturists.
False.
False. Next is for Rachit. Rachit, the Kolis and numerous other tribes inhabited the Maharashtra highlands.
Yes, ma'am, true.
Okay. Next question is for Riya Kashyap. Riya, the question for you is, yes, the Sufi path is called a tariqa.
True, ma'am.
Next is for Avral. Avral, the Adi Granth is a religious book of the Sufis.
Ma'am, false.
Next is for Arshia. Arshia, Sikhism was founded by Guru Arjan Dev.
Ma'am, false. By Guru Nanak Dev.
Okay, kids, now I'll be ending the meeting because it's 1:30. Sorry, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a good day.
Okay, ma'am.
All the best for tomorrow.
Thank you,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am. See you next year.
Same here.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
see you next